I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. The bad news is, I'm all out of bubblegum. Hey guys, what's up? The Gamertag Man here. And today is Saturday. You know what that means? It's another episode of Storytime Saturdays. I'm actually kind of running short of stories because my life isn't really that interesting. So I'm trying to like brainstorm a bunch of other stories and everything. All the really weird and wacky stuff that happens to me. And I know, like I said in my video yesterday, a lot of people are new to my channel. So basically, Storytime Saturdays is what it is. It's basically when I tell stories from my past or stuff that happened to me recently that's been interesting or funny for you guys. So, and today, in this Storytime Saturdays, I'm actually going to explain to you guys this. It's not one specific story, but it's going to kind of be like a series of stories that have occurred to me and have been caused by the same person. All right, so when I was younger, maybe about 6, 7 years old, I always went to my cousin's house because they were my babysitters, and I'd go there every single day to go to school because there's an elementary school by their house. So I'd sleep over at their house sometimes or occasionally, or I'd be there like in the morning very early, maybe at 6 o'clock, and yeah. So all my cousins, they're all older than me. I was the youngest until, I don't know, they had another kid that was younger than me. But they're all older than me, and let's just say they kind of bullied me a little bit. You know, nothing too big. I didn't get beat up or, you know, like hazed and all that. But I went through a fair share of bullying. So I'm at my cousin's house, right? And he's like older. How many years older? He's like 4 or 5 years older than me. No, like he's actually a lot older than me. I'm 16 right now, and I think he's like 22 or 21 years old. But yeah, so he's the only guy on my that side of the cousin's family. So he's the only guy. So I honestly only like talk to him a lot because all the other my other cousins were girls that lived over there. And at that time I thought girls had cooties, but whatever, you know, that's the 7-year-old mindset. You know, girls have cooties, you know, circle, circle, dot, dot. Now I got my cootie shot, all that. But his name was James. Like I don't think I need to protect his identity. I don't think anything's gonna go bad around that. But so me and him used to always hang out, and then he'd always read these books. Have you guys ever read the books Goosebumps? It's like children's scary stories, like, oh my god, this guy walks into the house, he finds a hand chopped off, and the hand strangles him. You know, that's stories like that. And you know, it's really scary when you're a younger age, like 8, 7 years old. Especially some of them, they're kind of creepy, and I still like. They're really creepy, like, and I still find them somewhat creepy. But there is this one book, this one specific book from the Goosebumps series. It was called Shivers, and like all our cousins referred to it as the Shivers book. And that was James's like favorite favorite Goosebumps book, like Shivers. And it was a picture of this, like, I don't know, I'm picturing it in my head right now, and it's honestly the scariest thing I've seen in a long time. It was like this face, like with red eyes, very ugly hair. Imagine the Exorcist girl, like the girl from the Exorcist, but her face is melting and her eyes are red and her hair is like orange or like ginger hair, like something like that. And it honestly scared the living crap out of me. I'd see it and I'd start to cry. Like I would honestly see the book. He'd be reading it or something like that, and I would run out of the room. I'd run around the room crying. Like it was scary. But the funny thing is, like, he noticed it. Like he noticed I was scared of the book, and being like the youngest kid, and him being like one of the bullies, like everyone, like not bullied, but like one of the people that tormented me as a child. Basically, he took it to his advantage. So he noticed I was scared of it, and then to get things that he wanted from me, he'd always show the book, and I'd be scared, and then he'd be like, "Get me a drink," and I'd be like, "No." He'd show me the book, and I'd be like, "Fine, fine," and I'd run downstairs, get a drink, and come back up, and give it to him. Right, and then he'd honestly use it as a way to blackmail me or something like that, and. There's just one time we were actually downstairs in his house. We were like playing with like Legos or something like that, and I didn't want to do something for him. I don't remember what. I think I don't know. I can't remember. He wanted me to do something. I didn't want to do it. So I ran, and he said he'll get the Shivers book. So I ran out of the room. I bolted like Usain Bolt, like whatever. And I ran outside the room. I went to the living room and I hid behind the couch. Little did I know, that the couch didn't actually touch the floor. The bottom of the couch didn't touch the floor, and there was a little maybe 2 or 3 inch gap from the floor to the couch. So him being the smartass that he is, slides the book under the couch, and it lands right beside me. I look right there, and I start crying, and I start to scream, and it was honestly one of the scariest things I've actually experienced in my life. It was honestly. That memory is ingrained into my life forever. All right, now let's fast forward a couple years. Okay, I said I was 7. Okay, maybe I was 10 years old, 9 years old, something like that. And him and his friend Marshall, they were at his house watching movies and stuff. And I was there again eating dinner, right? And I brought one of my movies over, Sonic the Hedgehog, something like that. And he's like, all right, Justin, let's go watch Sonic the Hedgehog, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's watch the movie. Because I'm a 6-year-old. No, I'm a 10-year-old and I love Sonic the Hedgehog. So I run over there, open the case, and little do I know, he rips off the front cover of that book and he puts it inside the DVD case. And I'm like, what the hell? Oh my God! And I throw the case on the ground and I run into the bathroom crying. Like this kid was out to scare the living crap out of me. Okay, now that's like the second incident, like the major incident with the Shivers book. All right, now the third, I'm going to talk about 4 in this episode right now. But the third incident was it was a Saturday or something during summer break. It was me, my youngest cousin, and James. All right, so we're sitting in his room, and I go outside to watch TV in another room. So I'm sitting there watching TV. And my little cousin, she doesn't know what the Shivers book is. She was really young. She's maybe 5 years old, so she wasn't scared of it, right? So James gives my little cousin the book, the Shivers book. I'll actually put a link of the picture in the description below, but I might be actually too scared to actually look at it. So, but he gives her the book, and then he tells her, walk inside the room I was watching TV in. So she walks in and gives it to me, and I scream. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Right? And then I started to cry. There's a lot of I actually cried a lot because of that stupid book. But I started to cry. And my grandpa walks in, sees me crying, sees the little girl with the Shivers book, and I think he spanks her or something like that. And thinking about it now, we all laugh about it now, talking about these stories again when we're with family reunions and stuff. But it's actually funny that she got spanked and she got punished just because James told her to go to scare me with that book. But that's the third. I'm kind of losing track, but that's the third incident with the Shivers book. And you don't understand how scary it was for me. And I'm not the best person at relaying stories and all that. But I'll do my best. But the last story is when I was 12 years old or 11 years old. And by that time I shouldn't be scared. But honestly, I haven't seen the book in about 2 or 3 years. Marshall is there over again because James and him went to the same high school. So they're leaving school, and I was going to go brush my teeth. Little do I know, him and Marshall made up this elaborate system where when I open the door of the bathroom, when I close it, the Shivers book falls on me. And then basically I'm brushing my teeth. I'm about to rinse. I close the door, and the thing falls on me. I drop my cup. I'm all soaked in toothpaste. I'm soaked in toothpaste, water. I almost fall over, and I close the door. And at that point, I scream at him, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? What the hell? And that's the last time I've actually seen the Shivers book, and I hope I never see that stupid-ass book in my life again. I hope you guys enjoyed this installment of Storytime Saturdays. Please subscribe and like. It really helps me out, and I hope you guys have a great day.